Hi, hey, ho, he, ha. Good afternoon from London, England. Or good morning, good evening, or should I say good night and rest well from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG repping. Here I am again. Dele London Gooner. Space. Romeo Echo Papa Indigo November. So it's another roundup of this week's Premier League game. Excuse me, I've got a hiccup here. Do excuse me, I need to get a drink. Oh, it's needed. Right, back to the roundup, yeah, of all the Premier League games. But before I get started, yeah, again, just a reminder, any positive feedback, yeah, drop it in the comment section below. Make sure you smash the thumbs up like button for me. Do help me to share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your relatives and your friends, and make sure that you're keen to help me share this channel amongst their friends and relatives. Yeah, let's keep this channel growing. And one more thing, yes, don't just like, comment and share, subscribe to the channel. We're pushing to at least over 200 subscribers, so let's keep it going. And another bit of good positive news is I'm nearly on 20,000 views in nearly 2 years that I've been a YouTuber. So let's keep it going. And the content will improve as soon as I can get a laptop. I think that's the key for me. So anyway, it's been another glorious weekend in the Premier League. It's a shame that the international breaks got in the way of it. So it is what it is, but we'll get on with it. Either way, it'll probably give some players a rest, and other players will go to represent their countries all over the world. And that's how it goes. So let's start off with the first game. It was a Friday night, Southampton v Aston Villa. Now, it was it was a good game. I thought it was a good game from a neutral point of view. Good saves from Emiliano Martinez more than McCarthy. And the goal Armstrong got was a top world-class strike. And if it had been scored by Lewandowski or Haaland, we'll be talking about it for weeks or months. But because it's Adam Armstrong from Blackburn, well, he's got to have credit, and he needs to be praised for that, because the technique was so difficult and he executed it so superbly. Southampton had a number of chances to extend their lead, but I think after the interval, Villa were pushing for the equaliser, and they kept pushing. And even at that second half, I thought, Southampton could have had the killer goal, and Che Adams had a header at the back post, well saved by Emiliano Martinez. That was a world-class save to keep Villa at 1-0 down. But nevertheless, Southampton held on and got the 3 points, and a fifth straight league defeat for Dean Smith cost him his job ultimately. So unlucky to you, Dean Smith. Wish you all the best I wish you all the best in your foreseeable future. Otherwise, it finished Southampton 1, Aston Villa 0. Next game on the Saturday was the Manchester derby to kick off the Saturday games. It was a masterclass from Manchester City from start to finish, and I did like the way Danny Murphy analysed the way to play against Manchester United's back three, and Manchester City did that extremely well, where Foden was pushing inside, which allowed Caseo to go as wide as possible with acres of space. The same with Jesus. He was pushing inside, which meant Kyle Walker can go on the outside with acres of space. And Alan Shearer highlighted the performance of Man City off the ball. When they never had the ball, they were closing them. They were closing Manchester United down, putting pressure on them in numbers. And he said if Liverpool don't do that, Chelsea don't do that, Man City don't do that, they will all be dropped. And with Manchester United, it seems like it's the opposite. Another poor performance. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be under immense pressure right now as we speak. As for Manchester City, they were just totally dominant. And I'll tell you what, Manchester United are indebted, whatever, or however you say the word. They're indebted to David De Gea, because if it wasn't for him, it would have been 4 or 5-0. If you look at the first goal, again, when the cross comes in, Bailly gets to it, but he slices it into his own net. But for me, Bruno Fernandes has got to sprint as quick as he can to close that ball down, and that's exactly what Alan Shearer done. He analysed Bruno Fernandes for not he analysed and criticised Bruno Fernandes for not making the effort to sprint and close that cross down. Otherwise, that goal never happens. The second goal, pathetic defending by Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. Both of them cost over 120 odd million. Defenders in their own right, centre half or left back, but it's just not good enough and unacceptable. Bernardo Silva, give him credit, he never gave it up. He just kept going. He got something on his left peg, and it squeezed past De Gea. Maybe De Gea will be disappointed that he could have done more to keep that out. But for me, Maguire, especially Luke Shaw, they've got to do a hell of a lot better. All in all, Man City were looking to kill off Manchester United, and Phil Foden had a glorious opportunity to do so, and it just grazed the post. However, it didn't matter because it was Manchester United 0, Manchester City 2. At Brentford's new ground, I've forgotten the name. It's not called Griffin Park. It's something else. It's called. But it was Brentford v Norwich, and I'll tell you, this is I find at the end of the game it was a little bit. I find it controversial that Norwich win the game, but something else happened at 7:30. I'm going to go into it a little later. I think it was a game of I think it was a game between two teams who desperately needed the points, especially Norwich, and I think Norwich were worthy of their points, the 3 points. They created opportunities, had a spell where they were outplaying Brentford. But for me, Brentford more or less had a spell where they were in control of the game for the majority of the 90 minutes. But Norwich got the first goal of the game, and it was well deserved. And Norman scoring a brilliant goal, ghosting past 2 players and slotting it in on his left foot at the near stick, at the near post, as we call it. 1-0 Norwich, and put through by Norman, I think, and Pukki raced on to try and make it 2-0. Before he can unleash a left foot effort, he was fouled in the box. The defender got a yellow card, and Pukki took his penalty very well, 2-0. And it was a late surge from Brentford. I mean, Mboyo, he thought he had a goal to his name, only to be ruled out by VAR. And Brentford did go on to get the consolation, but I think Norwich held on to clinch the 3 points, which finished Brentford 1, Norwich City 2. And at 7:30, Daniel Farke was sacked by Norwich ruthlessly. Next game, Chelsea v Burnley. This is a game that Chelsea dominated up until the business end of the game. Burnley at times couldn't get a kick. Chelsea had a number of chances to put Burnley away. However, that being said, Chelsea went ahead in the first half, and you could see at that point there was only one winner. Second half, Chelsea went again up the levels. They were just about in second gear as they were going for the killer goal. But for me, give Burnley credit. Not only did they defend well, they carved out an opening at the business end of the game, and they got the goal that they deserve. And right at the tail end of the game, they could have won it. I think Maciej Vidra had a lobbed effort that just passed the post. For me, if he was more composed, he scores the winner at Chelsea. Burnley would have had 3 very big points. Nevertheless, it finished Chelsea 1, Burnley 1, and Thomas Tuchel says that he was happy with the performance, maybe in the first half, but Kai Havertz said that it was disappointing how they have dropped 2 points and they could have done a lot more to finish the game off. All right, Crystal Palace v Wolves. Vieira said it was a difficult game, and that is very true because playing Wolves is a difficult game. They've got very good players, brilliant players who have yet to click. But once they click, they are a problem for any opposition on their day. However, Palace are performing exceptionally well at the moment under Patrick Vieira, and they are performing. They're playing attacking football and performing it, and you could see in that first half their intent is to score as many goals as possible, and that is what they were trying to. That was what they were trying to do. And Wolves, they didn't create too many opportunities, but when they did, Jimenez had a header straight at Guaita, but that was the only chance. I think Palace had more opportunities in that game. In the second half, I think they got their just rewards for their contribution to the game and to the first half when Wilfred Zaha was put through nicely by James McArthur. He was onside as VAR summed up and clarified, and the goal stood 1-0 Palace. And then the killer goal, it was a deflected shot from Conor Gallagher. He'll take that and he'll make it 2-0 Palace. I mean, Wolves had opportunities before the second goal of that game, and Guaita had to pull off a good save, and I think he had to pull off another good save as well, or another block shot. Wolves thought they had their penalty, but when VAR analysed it, it was a clear foul, but a free kick in a dangerous position. However, it finished Crystal Palace 2, Wolves 0. Brighton v Newcastle. This is a opportunity for Brighton to close the gap on the top 4 with a win. However, they had control of the ball. I think they were more threatening offensively than Newcastle were in that first half, and they got a penalty that they deserve, and it was a stonewall penalty converted by Leon Trossard. I think Trossard got the penalty and scored it, and Brighton were pretty comfortable and in control of the game. In the second half, Newcastle showed a little bit more about themselves, and they got themselves an equaliser. Isaac Hayden, ex-Arsenal midfielder, he first time shot at the back stick, and it came from a set piece and it landed to his feet. He smashed it at the back post, 1-1. And the sending off to the goalkeeper was due to the fact that Callum Wilson, he was clear in front of goal, he was racing clear in front of goal, and the goalkeeper felt that he had to do something. In that sense, yes, but at the cost of a red card. Nevertheless, it finished Brighton Hove Albion 1, Newcastle United 1. Sunday's game Arsenal v Watford. Now, this was a game that our performance was not too bad, but we were not good. Although been we could have been performing a lot better, and we could have been 3 or 4 nil up, and it could have been a lot better for us. But on the scoreline front point of view, however, looking at that game, Watford had an opportunity for another sloppy mistake by Sambi Lokonga. Kuchka, he had the shot just wide, which was deflected by Ben White. Nevertheless, we rode our luck. Aaron Ramsdale at the business end of the game made a complete cock up by kicking the back pass to him, and my word. Well, it was attempted through ball by the Watford player, and he miskicked it. And it then led to Joshua King having the only kick of the game. Nevertheless, Arsenal created a number of opportunities. Ben Foster, I think if it wasn't for him, we would have won 3 or maybe 4-0 on the day. But not to be disappointed, because midway through the second half, I think, Emile Smith-Rowe carries on his fine form and fine, brilliant performances for the Arsenal, and he slotted in his 4th league goal of the season, I believe. And also, he had an England corner-up, so congratulations to him. Yeah, we were always in control of the ball. We created more opportunities than Watford. We had 6 shots on target to their 1. And yeah, we were always more creative, and we were always likely to score another goal. But nevertheless, we held on to get the win. So it finished Arsenal 1, Watford 0. Everton V Spurs, a dull game. But for me, excuse me, what? Yeah, it was not. I won't say it was a dull game. It was a chance. It was an opportunity for both teams to grab the 3 points and move up the table. I think Tottenham possibly had the better of the chances, as I can remember. Although Lewis was called into action as well, and yeah, I mean, the only downside to that game was the sending off of Holgate, and he had to go. It was a reckless challenge and very dangerous. I think that's the talking point of the game. So it finished Everton 0, Spurs 0. Leeds United v Leicester City. An exciting game for the neutral to watch. For me, Leeds always play with an attacking philosophy, and that's how Bielsa wants to implement his style of play, and that's the way Leeds play. And you can see the way they were attacking Leicester City, and then you can see that the miss of Bamford actually shows. But nevertheless, Leeds got a goal in the second half of that game, and within seconds later, Rafinha's goal was cancelled out by a fine equaliser by Harvey Barnes. Although my criticism to the Leeds defender is to show him down the line and not allow him to go on his right foot. But nevertheless, Harvey Barnes, what a fine strike, top bins with a curling effort. And I thought Leicester had won it until I saw the offside trap work against them. So it ended Leeds United 1, Leicester City 1. Last game of the Premier League fixture for the next 2 weeks break is West Ham v Liverpool. And for me, West Ham started off very brightly, defended quite well, took the game to Liverpool, and hit Liverpool on a counter-attack, and they only had 3 corners, and 2 of them led to efforts on target. The first one, well, it was flicked on. Well, it was an in-swinger corner, came off Ellison, and for me, there was no foul by Antonio or Bonner. handling the ball. It was only Ellison that handled the ball, and yeah, you could say Bonner's hand was up a little bit, but you can clearly see the ball came off Ellison's hand. So that was 1-0 West Ham. Liverpool got themselves back on the front foot again, creating opportunities, dominating the ball. And as you can see, Mo Salah, for me, maybe the best player on the planet on form. He gets fouled at the edge of the box, and you know, the little 1-2 free, the little pass and stop free kick between Alexander Arnold and Salah led to Alexander Arnold scoring a fine equaliser from a free kick. However, credit to West Ham, they showed a lot of character, a lot of bottle, and went to go and take the lead again in the second half. I mean, they obviously soaked up the pressure by Liverpool. Whenever they received the ball, like Declan Rice would work like a workaholic to get the ball. He played his part. I mean, Bowen's threading in Fornells, and Fornells getting a shot on target, which Ellison should have saved, but he didn't do enough to save that because he didn't get a strong hand on it, and his effort trinkled at the back stick, and West Ham were 2-1 up. And then another set piece West Ham had, and the one before the third set piece was their second corner of the game. Declan Rice, I think, hit the bar, but the third set piece they had, it was another in swinger from the right, and Kurt Zouma got up very well, headed past the stranded Ellison. 3-1 West Ham. And then there was a nervy 7 minutes as Divock Origi turned Dawson and unleashed a fine left-footed shot at the back stick. And, well, what can I say? It was a nervy 7 minutes. And Sadio Mane, from an Alexander Arnold cross, he should have hit the target. But nevertheless, West Ham held on for a fine victory, which they deserved. So it finished West Ham United 3, Liverpool 2. So that's me summing up all the Premier League games in details. And I'm going to cut it there and say, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And as I always say, saving the best to last. Thank you for putting up with me. I'll be back again later on, and I wish you all a good evening. So take care of your friends, take care of your families, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And as I always say, peace again, love again, and bless again. Until next time, DLG repping, we talk again. So just please keep liking the channel, leaving positive feedback. That's what I promote. Share this channel and subscribe as well. Do all of that, yeah, for me, yeah? Thank you. I'll be out of here. Just please be nice.